Now, StormWatch 12 weather with meteorologist Oliver Smith.
Well, today is going to be another windy day along the Oregon coast, just like what we saw on Saturday. But the big story is going to be temperatures much cooler from a front that has moved through the region. So we're going to be about 5 to 15 degrees below average. So that means upper 50s to low 60s east of the Cascades and mid to upper 60s up and down Interstate 5. So at least temperatures will be fairly comfortable overall. So what we're looking at for today is once those morning clouds burn off, we're going to be looking at some sunshine into the afternoon and actually very nice conditions overall with the exception of the wind. Monday morning, we could be looking at that same kind of scenario. Some morning clouds into the Rogue Valley. They may not last quite as long, but then looking very nice overall. Tuesday, we'll start to see a system approaching our region. Most of the energy stays well up to our north, but we'll start seeing increasing clouds once we get into the afternoon. Mostly they'll start off as high clouds and then eventually get thicker. Now Tuesday night, that's when we finally have a chance of seeing some showers, mostly to our northern viewing area. So what we're going to be looking at is Cascades, northern part of eastern part of our viewing area will have that best chance of showers. There may be a slight chance here into the Rogue Valley, and then eventually that threat will move into the Oregon coast as well. So the wettest period would be Tuesday night into early on Wednesday, and that even still isn't going to be all that wet because there'll just be widely scattered showers at the time. So for today, we're going to be looking at breezy conditions east of the Cascades and up and down Interstate 5, but it'll stay fairly windy along the Oregon coast. We go through the day on Tuesday, not a whole lot of difference in terms of the winds, still very gusty along the Oregon coast with that northwesterly breeze. Tuesday, the wind's going to start to switch directions a little bit. It still stays breezy, but the wind is going to start to change and be out of the west-northwest as opposed to the north. Now, we get to Wednesday, that system finally starts to move through the region. Very windy, it looks like east of the Cascades, but again, that wind will be generally out of the west-northwest. So we're going to just notice the real shift in the weather, at least overall in terms of the winds. Now the UV index still going to be pretty high for today and into Monday, but we get a little bit of some relief from the sun on Tuesday and Wednesday. Best chance of showers will be on Wednesday morning, so actually it'll be fairly low by then, but then it'll come up once we get towards the afternoon. Pollen, sorry, there's no real relief in terms of the pollen. It's going to stay fairly high through the middle part of the week. Best chance of seeing showers again will be very late Tuesday night into early on Wednesday for most of the region, but that's not going to be super eventful. We're not going to really see a whole lot, more or less just a couple hundreds for most locations, and also means some locations won't get anything at all. Now, in terms of washing your car for today, Monday and into Tuesday, well, temperatures go up, but we're looking dry all throughout the region, so that's good news. So the temperatures, why they're cooler today, that's the system from our north moved through, and that's what gave us the cooler weather. That'll continue to push off towards the east. We get a little bit of a break, which is why temperatures will warm back up a little bit, but then more cooler air once we get towards Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from a larger system. So that'll keep things at least fairly active and at least that chance of showers throughout our region. Here into the Oregon coast, it'll stay pretty gusty for the next several days. Stays dry though until late in the day on Tuesday, and for the rest of the week, well, it looks pretty dry for Wednesday and Thursday. Another chance of showers by the time we get towards Friday and Saturday with highs still into the 60s. Northern California, you'll have 60s and 70s for the next several days. Stays fairly breezy through midweek and then may calm down a little bit by the end of the week. Klamath Basin, 60s and 70s for highs, 30s and 40s for lows. Chance of showers eventually will develop late in the day on Tuesday and then kind of hangs around for the latter part of the week. Cascades, well, best chance of showers will actually be on Wednesday, but again, none of these systems are going to be all that strong. Most of the energy stays up to our north. And here in the Rogue Valley, same scenario, 60s and 70s for the next several days. Could see some showers possible on Wednesday morning.